What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we have a two-package PSA mail day, I guess we'll call it. So I got a package back of some in-person autographs, just a couple of personal collection ones that I wanted slabbed up, and then right here on your screen, as you can see, this is some of the bigger cards. This is just a normal grading submission, and there are some big cards in this, so stay tuned for that. But before we get into that, I just want to show these off pretty quick. We'll just zoom through these, but starting off, we had Jonathan Kuminga. These are some autographs I got in the NBA playoffs. Jared McCain, that was a TTM. Another Kuminga right here. That's cool on the arriving now. I always love that insert. Kind of like a plane ticket kind of designed card. And then probably my two favorite from this submission were the two Nafisa 2024s. You have the base and the blue velocity. Awesome PC cards of the best WNBA player. Comment if you got a problem with that. It's not Caitlin Clark. It's not AJ Wilson. It is Nafisa. So these are awesome for the collection right there. Very happy to get those back. And then two Steve Kerrs from the playoffs that I got back. So nice to start off with those. Just a quick little, what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 card return there. But now on to the good stuff. So let's get into it. Starting off, Bryce Harper 2018 Topps Image Variation Short Print. I did look at the grades on these, but we'll do a little slow reveal for you guys so we can kind of sweat it a second time, just relive it. But here we go. Bryce Harper got a PSA 9. And I will put the prices in for these of what I was into them and what I expect them to sell for, so you guys can kind of follow along on that and see if we're making money or losing money on these. And up next, this was a potential huge card. I bought this card for $250 in like, I'd say early to mid-February, right kind of mid spring training time, where Jack was just tearing it up right before he started tearing it up actually, and sent this one off, and let's see what it got. Bang! As you can see, that got a PSA 10, and this one actually already sold. I sold this one for $900 on my eBay, which was a big sale. I wish I would have got it back like 2 weeks earlier. This card was up to like $1,400, but hey, for me, this was a card I knew I was going to sell all along, and I'm just glad that I was able to still make about $500 on the card. So really happy with that one, that one sold so quick. And then up next, how about Caleb Williams? Will Caleb have a better season 2 in the NFL? I hope so. I've got one rookie auto of him that I might hold on to for a little bit longer, but overall, I think Caleb has a lot of talent, and I think a lot of these other rookie quarterbacks like Drake Maye and Witt Daniels are just way too overhyped. Their prices are way too high, and I think there's a lot of kind of potential value in Caleb Williams and some of these other lesser quarterbacks, but that one got a PSA 9. Really cool card, kind of a color match there on the Disco Prism. And then up next, we had a Brock Bowers, another rookie standout from last year. This is the X-Fractor from Topps Chrome. Really cool looking card. Of course, Topps Chrome is unlicensed, but still really nice looking card. And this one got a PSA 9, so not the worst grade there. We'll take that all day. I don't think that's a huge card. We're not gonna make a retirement off that one, but still solid. Up next, this man has been crushing the ball this year. He is in AA right now, and he's absolutely destroying. I feel like every time I go on my phone, I see Kalen Culpepper, another 2 home run games. So here we go. PSA 10 on the green out of 99 on the first Bowman. That's a really nice one. And with this type of stuff, unless it's like insanely high, like this was a $200 card, and I'm into this card for nothing. This was from a collection I bought, but if this was like a $200 card, I would sell it right now. But unfortunately, this is probably like a $30 to $50 card. So that one will go into my prospect box, and when he gets called up or has an insane game in the minors where his prices kind of jump, that one will be sold. But for now, it's going to just stay. And this is a refractor. This is the 1974 Topps refractor of Witt and Daniels. Speaking of cards to sell quick, this one will probably be gone before the National even gets here. I just want to get in and out of these as quick as I can. Into this card for $0, just the grading fee, so pretty much 20 bucks into this card. And this one will get a PSA 10, so we'll take that one as well. Very happy with that one. And up next is quite a big card. So we have another Topps Chrome football here. This is the CJ Stroud second year auto, I guess this one would be. This is numbered out of 150. Awesome card, great autograph. I know he's given some not as good autographs on some of his second year cards, but with this, the top stickers were still good. And this one gets a PSA Gem Mint 10. So that's a really big card right there. think there was one sale on that one at $5.50 if I remember from when I did my initial research. So again, that was one of those cards that I am into for $0. Just the grading fee. Awesome. Witt Daniels here on the Topps Chrome Refractor. And this one, we won't waste your time on this one. PSA 6. Just rough. I don't know what went wrong with this card. I'll kind of look it over later, but I don't see any major like dimples or lines on the back. This one may be a candidate for a crack and try to resub it, just because I just think this one as a 9 or 10 is probably a card that's worth grading. So that's decent. Up next, first Caitlin Clark of this submission. Stay tuned, we got a lot more Caitlin Clark, but this one's really cool. This is the, what are these called? The 2008 Bowman. So this is the 2022. It's kind of a redo of the 2008 Bowman. Here we go. Iowa Hawkeyes. PSA 9. I don't think you can go wrong with anything Caitlin Clark. Obviously would have loved a PSA 10 there, but cool card, cool looking card, and definitely one that will get into the hands of a collector. That's one thing I love about WNBA. You are getting the cards that you sell to them into the hands of true collectors 90% of the time, which is just really awesome. Another big one right here. This is a Drake Maye. This is Topps Chrome. Yes, Topps Chrome 2024. This is the Chrome All Etch Gold, numbered out of 50. And this one got a PSA 9. Wow. So this one I thought for sure was going to get a 10. And it got a 9, but you know, that Jack Caglione I did not think was going to get a 10, so I guess it balances out. This card should have been a 10, the Jack should have probably been an 8, so it is what it is, but we'll take it. That's a 9 of another rookie, your second-year quarterback about to head into his second season here in just a month or two. All right, up next, I actually don't know anything about this guy. It was just a first Bowman, low numbered, number out of 75, Angel Genoa. Angel Angel, probably Angel Genoa right here. Let's see what we got on him. The yellow gets a PSA 9, so not the biggest of cards, but still really fun to get that one back. And now, speaking of a guy I do know who plays baseball, Bobby Witt Jr. That is an awesome looking card. Let's get these a little more centered, but that is an awesome looking card right there. That's my favorite rookie card of Bobby Witt Jr. I just think the Orioles, the Royals baby blue looks so cool. Got the rookie shield, Allen and Ginter. That was one of my favorite designs, that 2022 design. Loved the little like palms and stuff coming off. And this one got a PSA 10. So that's a nice card. This is one of those ones where you're probably shouldn't send it because you're shooting for a 10. If you don't get a 10, you're pretty much breaking even or losing money. But you know, it's Bobby Witt. You got to take a chance. And this is our first of 2 Caitlin Clarks. We're gonna have back-to-backs. So this one is crazy. And I just refilled the grade, but it got a PSA 9. Story on this one that I was going to tell was these were going for like 400 raw on the release day from those Dick's Sporting Goods blasters. They were the blaster exclusive logo prisms that have the WNBA logo woman in the back. And I was going to sell this one for 400 raw originally, but I said, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to see if we can get a 10 on it. It looks pretty good. There was no like whiting in that corner, and the centering was decent on it, so sent it off, got a 9. But what's really fun about this one is these were at one point doing like 400, like I said, on release day, and there was a PSA 10 sale that did 800, but there's one on auction right now that ends on Saturday, which is tomorrow, and it's at like $1,900. So I think this one is closer to 1,000 than it is to like that 500 range. So I do have this one listed on my, I would probably take anything in that range of like 750 to 1,000 for it, but really interesting card. And I think this one could be one of those kind of like long-term Caitlin Clark cards that just will continually rise. So may keep this one, may pull this off eBay and just throw this in the vault, but for now, very happy with that. And then for our final Caitlin Clark one here, this was another pack pulled card by me. How about a Prism Silver? If you guys remember, flashback to that video, I did not even remember we pulled a silver. Thought it was just a base. Flashback right here. This box, and then we'll be on to our final box, and we get to go to the good part. Hey, there's another Clark. We'll take that, please. Oh, that's a silver, guys. Holy crap, I didn't even realize that. Man, the lighting here is not good, but that is a Prism Silver right there. You got the prism on the back. Wow, that's a good hit. I'm not even going to touch that until I can sleeve it. That's going straight. But we thought that was pretty cool. Pulled a silver out of that same, actually, I think it might have been the same box as that logo refractor. So got that one. And this one got a PSA 9. So again, This year's Prism, really tough. I've had some pretty bad luck getting gems, but I'll take a 9 on a Caitlin Clark Silver. This one will be for sale. I don't have that much emotional attachment to that one, so that will definitely be for sale. And looks like we have more WNBA. So we got the Angel Reese logo Prism right here. Another really nice one. That is not the variation. That's just the true rookie where she's playing. Looks like she's shooting a free throw maybe. And this one will get a PSA 9. So still have yet to hit that 10 on a 2024 WNBA Prism card. So hopefully, I think we got 3 or 4 WNBA cards left in this submission. So hopefully we can hit one here. But up next, Cameron Brink, another pack pulled rookie silver. Awesome card. And this one has a nice pair coming up later in this sub. But this one got a PSA 9 as well. And we're going to put that to the side because this one needs to get shown off in just a second. With this next one, actually the one following this. But these are case hits. This is the X Fractor of Rickea Jackson. I think she's got a chance to be infinitely better than Angel Reese. Angel Reese just, I don't know, she's got aspects of her game that are really good, but Rickea Jackson really puts it all together. Great scorer. She has a decent defense and kind of can play in the perimeter or in the post, so like her a lot. And this is the case hit X Fractor. They call them checkerboard and Prism, actually. PSA 9. So, man, we are like 4 9s in a row here. But this is the one that I was talking about that would pair very nicely with this card. The 2 silver Sparks rookies. This one right here, Rickea Silver, will get a PSA 10. So we got our first PSA 10 on, I guess not our last WNBA card for this lot, but really nice there. And that's really fun to have the pair of those silvers. If I was a Sparks collector, it would be so cool to pair these two together and just throw these on a shelf or wherever. So very nice right there. Like that a lot. And we got more LA Sparks coming up. This is a numbered Cameron Brink right here. Numbered out of 199. Again, pack pulled. Those Dix blasters were absolutely loaded. It feels like I hit everything that I wanted to out of those ones. But Cameron Brink right here on the fractal. I love the fractal, how they're always like, got a cool pose, yelling, screaming after an and one. And this one got a PSA 10. So, hey, we're heating up back-to-back 10s right there. Great card of a great player with a lot of promise. Has not played a game yet this year, but I think she has a ton of potential. And then another one right here. Another rookie, another number. These are out of 299, I believe. Yep, 299, the red Pulsar of Camila Cardozo. Let's go straight for it. Here we go. Boom! So we finished with 3 10s. Awesome right there. Really cool. Would have loved to get a Caitlin Clark 10, but can't really complain when you get 3 rookie kind of parallel / color 10s right there. Awesome card, and she is killing it for the Sky. Up next, Mason Miller, gold out of 2023. I don't think people realize how tough these are to hit. You can rip so many boxes and you'll hit 1 a box if you're lucky from a hobby box. So really underrated card, I think. And I think something we're going to see throughout the next kind of decade here as people love Topps flagship. They love the blacks and they do like the golds, but I don't think they love them quite yet. I'm all in on the golds. I think the gold player runs are so cool. Like if you have a player who you can do a player run from, like for me, for Joe Mauer, I could do a player run of 02 through 2017. I think he had 2018 Sapphire. I don't think he had a flagship in 2018, but really cool card. PSA 8, tough grade, but still a cool card. And then coming down to the wire here, we got 2 left. Carly Samuelson right here on the tie-dye, Minnesota Lynx player right now and playing a pivotal role for them. Just love the tie-dyes, numbered out of 25. And this one got a PSA 9. So a lot of 9s in this submission. But overall, I've been very happy with how this has gone. And our last and final card, if I was a Cincinnati fan, this would be like my dream card. I would love to get like a gold or a refractor or some type of parallel of this card, but this is just the Chrome Stadium Club. Look at Ellie doing a little bat flip after he hits an absolute bomb. And this one got a PSA 9. So overall, I'm very, very happy and very content with this sub. Let's count these out really quick here. Let's see how many of each individual grade we got. But I feel like overall we had a really solid sub. I think we only had 2 8s or lower, a lot of 9s, a lot of 10s. That's a 9. It's a 9. We got 10s here. We got 2 Clark, 3 9s right there. But man, overall, really happy on that sub. And if you had to pick one card from this sub, which one would you take? For me, I'm taking either Probably this Jaden Daniels. As just from just a collector's point of view, I'm probably taking this Jaden Daniels. I love that design. Or I'm taking the Caitlin Clark Logo Fractor. Not Logo Fractor. I think they're called Logo Prisms. But overall, really great sub. There's our stacks. 10s broke down to, out of the 23 cards, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 10s. We had 2 8s or below, which means that we are left with, what would that be? We got 8 of these 10s, so we'd be left with 11 9s, which overall, very good. Can't complain. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're interested in any of these cards you've seen, they are all listed on my eBay right now. So make sure you go click that link in the bio and you can shop any of these that you want. Send me an offer. And if you're watching this in June, I have a 10% off code right now. So make sure to keep your eyes open on the link. Check that out. Fill that code in when you check out and you'll get an extra 10% off. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.